Shabbat Shalom, Temple Sinai. This week our Torah portion is Yitro, and it is a major Torah portion. It is the arrival of Jethro and Moses' kids and his wife, and Jethro's great advice to Moses, and then the Ten Commandments. And as we explore the Ten Commandments, we find all sorts of fascinating challenges. Of course, there are the rules. Do this, don't do that. But there are also rules about believing in that there is one God, which is sort of hard to imagine as a commandment, because it's not a commandment that says there is one God. It just says, I am Adonai, your God. And so what do we do with that? It's a statement more than a commandment. I think the best way to understand the commandments and their role in our lives is that we are in relationship with God, and that the commandments on some level represent the heart of the brit, the covenant that we share. And so God needs us to recognize that there is a God in the world, and we need to recognize that there is a better way to live, that there is a way to make the world more whole and to make it more godly. And so the Ten Commandments stand as a marker, in a sense, to say, remember that you're in this covenant. Remember that God needs you and you need God, that both of those pieces are accurate and true. It's really easy to get lost in our own world, to get lost in our own lives, and to think, well, we can handle the whole thing. And it's easy to think, well, God is God. God doesn't need human beings. God is all-powerful. But our tradition teaches us something different. Our tradition reminds us again and again, we both need each other. And so this Shabbat, I hope you'll take time to think about the ways that God needs us and we need God, and how we can make that covenant do even more for humanity. I hope you'll join us. There's a lot going on this Shabbat. Friday evening, our Jewish Disability Awareness and Inclusion team will be leading services. Rachel Kudrick will be giving the Dvar Torah, so it promises to be a wonderful evening. Saturday morning, Torah study at 8:30 and the Minyan at 9:15. Sunday, Watts and our Brotherhood are hosting a special brunch dealing with childhood and adolescent mental health, featuring our own Liz Miller, and so that promises to be a wonderful event Sunday. And throughout the week, all of the usual classes and events going on at the temple. For now, I wish you a Shabbat of recognizing the power and the beauty of being in covenant, not just with other people, but with the Almighty as well. When we recognize that we are linked to each other, that we need each other, that we can help each other, then our world becomes a little bit more manageable and a little bit more hopeful. And what could help us more right now than a little extra hope? Shabbat Shalom for now. Look forward to seeing you at the temple.